Hello, SICW fans. Welcome to SICW Wrestling Explosion. I'm Drew Abbenhouse here with our fearless leader, Mr. Herb Simmons. Mr. Simmons, it's a celebration, folks. Thanks to you, thanks to all the great wrestlers, and thanks to yourself and the hard work of Mr. Larry Matisick. This is the 300th episode of SICW Wrestling Explosion. Can you believe it?
Can't believe it. It seems like it just started when you and I've talked, and of course Larry, when we started this venture, it was like, oh, we'll try it and see how it works. And here we are 300 episodes later.
Wow.
And it's been great, as you said, thanks to the loyal fans that come to the shows. It gives us the audience there. And then for you fans who, for whatever reason, maybe don't live in the area, but you're picking it up on your local cable channel or now on Fight TV.
Fight TV app on the smartphones.
On the smartphones. We appreciate you tuning in. We want to thank our great production man, Grant Murphy. Without him,
Grant Murphy.
300 episodes. He has been great. Working with me, I know, is not always easy. But
what do you mean?
300 episodes. I mean, and from way back when, we just said we didn't know how long it would last, but it's been fun. We're having fun doing it, and I hope you fans at home who tune in every Sunday at noon are having just as much fun as we are. You bet. And folks, if you know somebody that likes wrestling that isn't tuning in on a regular basis, let them know. Charter Cable every Sunday at noon on 198 in Missouri and in Illinois, or FITE, that's Fight TV app. Tell all your friends to follow along with our terrific action, and with your help, we'll make it to 500. Yes, sir.
But 300th episode, we've got great action for you. We're just a few weeks away. Actually, first of all, East Carondelet, November the 19th. We've got our title match. Our main event is set up. We're fresh off of our great show in Swansea with the huge cage match. And due to the battling, what we saw between Ron Powers and Brandon Espinosa in Swansea, Brandon Espinosa finally gets his wish. He's been knocking on that door for so many months now. And yourself, Larry Matisick, it has been granted. Brandon Espinosa challenges Ron Powers for the Classic Wrestling Championship, November the 19th. Do you want to? Can you pick a favorite? Do you have a winner?
Well, I've said all along, Ron Powers is one of the toughest that's been in the business. But I got to tell you, when you look at the Brandon Espinosa, of course, he's given up the height, the weight. But I'm going to tell you what, I mean,
he's hungry.
I've got a good friend in this business who we all know, and that's Little Dynamite Tony Costa from
yes,
over at the Missouri MMWA. And that young man, amazed me for 30 years when we traveled the road. So don't be surprised just because of the size of an individual. I think we're going to be in for an all-out great match here. I want to thank all the people who come out to the Swansea Fire Department and the Swansea Firemen. What a great show that was.
Oh, what an amazing time. The firemen as the lumberjacks, the huge cage match. It's a night that I know I will not forget in a long time, and hopefully the great Swansea residents and the firemen will remember it for a long time as well.
Very good.
Very good, folks. Let's get to the great wrestling action today. We're going to take a look at the Yoga Monster, Mike Seidel, as he goes one-on-one with the man from Osaka, Keita Yano, and Vic the Bruiser later on goes one-on-one with our Canadian hero, our ambassador, Mr. Sean Vincent. We're going to get right to the wrestling action after a quick word from our sponsors. SICW returns to the Swansea Firehouse Saturday night, November the 5th, in a fundraiser for the Swansea firefighters. Volatile Curtis Wilde takes on the Iron Man Ken Casa in a lumberjack match with the Swansea firefighters as the Lumberjacks. In a huge main event, it is a 2 out of 3 falls tag team cage match as Ron Powers and Gary Jackson go into battle against Attila Khan and Brandon Espinosa. Pick up your tickets at the Swansea Firehouse at 144 Huntwood Road in Swansea, Illinois.
Let Custom Truck Upholstery give your vehicle a facelift. Visit us on 707 North 20th Street in East St. Louis, Illinois. Custom Truck Upholstery merges old world craftsmanship and attention to detail with the latest in modern technology to make your car, truck, boat, or motorcycle look like new. Call Custom Truck Upholstery at 618-875-9850.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest on this week's Wrestling Explosion is underway. We are taking a look at the Yoga Monster, Mike Seidel in the red, taking on Keita Yano in the purple with the Joker-inspired gear. Should be a nice, fast-paced matchup, folks. This is Keita Yano's SICW debut. Mike Seidel did make an appearance in the East Carondelet Community Center many years ago. He was happy to return to the great SICW fans. Here you see, very nice exchange of the fundamentals. Great technical wrestling from these two. Oh, Keita Yano staying one step ahead. Look at that unique maneuver there. Although, oh, there you go. I thought Jay King was going to break that. It was awful close to the ropes. There you go. Mike Seidel showing Keita Yano, I can do what you can do. And actually, you notice on Keita Yano has the fuzzy boots reminiscent of the one and only Bruiser Brody. Well, Bruiser Brody was a very strong influence on Keita Yano. Yano actually going by Brody Boy at one time in his career. Oh, and look at that. Unorthodox offense. Very nice. Just jacking the jaw of the Yoga Monster. Oh, there you see. Rather unpredictable. The methods of Keita Yano probably meant to throw off his opponent. Nope. Mike Seidel was going up and over, but Keita Yano was nowhere to be seen. Oh, hey, beautiful drop kick from Mike Seidel. This is a man from St. Louis, started out his career here in the St. Louis area, and in the last 8 or so years has branched out not just across the Midwest and across the United States, but across the globe. Very nice. You have to wonder how much the unorthodox movements and the unpredictable offense of Keita Yano is sort of keeping Mike Seidel off of his game. Oh, there you saw, giving the peace sign. Oh no, taking the second. Might have cost him there. That might do it. Oh, kicked out at one, but the force with which Yano slammed Seidel to the mat. I tell you what, look at this man, someone combining the methods of someone like Brody with the unpredictability, the instability of the Joker, which I think is what he's going for. You've got a dangerous son of a gun in Keita Yano from Osaka, Japan. Referee Jay King has his hands full here. Oh, left fist right to the jaw. And folks, we're fresh off of a tremendous evening of action in Swansea, Illinois. We want to thank all of the great fans that came out to support the Swansea Fire Department. But there's no rest for the wicked, as they say. SICW returns November the 19th, Saturday night. We're going to be right back inside these walls, folks. Get your tickets if you have not done so, as Brandon SB Espinosa challenges Ron Powers for the SICW championship. And man, did you see that? Yano sending Seidel across the ring with so much force. He sent Seidel just crashing face first to the mat, now capitalizing on his momentum, slapping on that front face lock. Oh, very nice. Was sort of an alligator roll, but he let it go. Yano up and over. Very nice slingshot senton there. Mike Seidel out at 2. You see Yano showing a little frustration with what he believes is a slow 3 count from the referee. But Jay King's one of the best in the business. Oh, there you go. Mike Seidel scouting out that attempt at whatever Yano was going for there. Well, at least he did for a moment. But again, we talk about the unpredictability of Keita Yano. That's fully on display. Oh, and look at that. What a unique leg lock on Seidel. Oh, and turns that into a sort of a death lock, like a surfboard sort of hold. He's got the legs tied up. That wrenches on the lower back. Yeah, Keita Yano has to be careful, though. Applying that submission hold did put both shoulders on the mat, as you saw. He just took a moment to soak in the cheers that at least he hears in his head. And I think that gave Seidel the opportunity to get things going. Oh, elbow exchanges, forearm exchanges. Oh, Seidel blocks the clothesline and a beautiful enziguri from the Yoga Monster. Oh, you see how he just sat right up from that seated position. That's how the yoga could be applied to in-ring competition. He says, going for that huge bulldog slam. Keita Yano, this might do it. Oh, getting the shoulder up in the nick of time. That had to be 2 7/8. Yano whipped into the ropes, reverses. Oh, Seidel up and over, trying to bring Yano down. And he got him. Oh, foregoing a pinfall attempt here for a leg lock of his own. Let's see what he's got in store here. Oh, bending over backwards, sort of a modified Muda lock here. I talk about that flexibility being fully on display. He's tapping out. Keita Yano forced to submit to that devastating submission hold. Get the official announcement.
In 45 seconds, your winner via submission is the Yoga Monster, Mike Seidel.
Mike Seidel victorious in his return to SICW.
Unique and affordable gifts and collectibles on the internet are available at the Black Bear Haversack Trading Post. Go to blackbearhaversack.com. Semi-precious stones, bone horn and soapstone items, abalone shells, genuine coyote and water buffalo teeth pendants, products for Civil War, medieval, and Renaissance reenactments, and so much more. For a 10% discount, mention SICW number 7 when you place your order. It's blackbearhaversack.com for top quality at reduced prices.
Wrestling fans, join SICW as we return to the East Carondelet Community Center Saturday night, November the 19th. Huge main event, the Classic Wrestling Championship on the line as Ron Powers defends against Brandon Espinosa of the Travis Cook Organization. Plus many more matches to be announced. Get your tickets at 618-286-4848. Again, that's 618-286-4848. All right, folks, this should be a great one here. Two veterans of the wrestling game in your Canadian hero, Sean Vincent, in the red pants with the black top, taking on Vic the Bruiser in the green pants with the bleached blonde hair. Oh, look, Sean Vincent was going for a bit of a head scissors there. Vic the Bruiser was having none of it. Oh, but there's Sean Vincent shoving the Bruiser right off. Now Sean Vincent's got his work cut out for him here, folks. Oh, but so far so good as he ducked that incoming punch from Vic the Bruiser and unloading a barrage of his own to the delight of the East Carondelet faithful. and to the chagrin of Big Daddy, Vic the Bruiser's manager, as you saw having a minor conniption there outside of the ring. But now he can breathe a sigh of relief as it looks like Vic the Bruiser got things going in his favor, just smashing that elbow right into the face of your Canadian hero. Now Sean Vincent, oh, what a clothesline. It's like running into a tree limb. There you can hear the fans chanting for Sean. Oh, although all it got him at this time was that huge leg drop. There's Sean Vincent kicking out at 2. Not sure if Vic the Bruiser is very familiar with Sean Vincent. If he's not, he will soon learn you have to darn near kill the man if you're going to keep him down for the count. As I was saying, Sean Vincent certainly has his work cut out for him normally. He has the experience advantage, but here, Vic the Bruiser is actually the more experienced competitor. Oh, but there you go, Sean Vincent with that nice body block. Bruiser getting out of there at 2, but nicely done, Sean Vincent staying right on top of Vic with that beautiful clothesline, sending him outside of the ring. You say Big Daddy calling for a timeout. Sean Vincent having none of it, launching himself like a dart right onto Vic the Bruiser. Sean Vincent knows that's exactly what he has to do. Sean Vincent in this matchup, as I was saying, giving up a bit of an experience advantage here, also giving up well over 100 pounds. Each man just exchanging these knife-edge chops. These are both 2 superstars on the rise. You have to imagine the winner of this matchup will be in a good place to possibly receive a title shot in the future. There's a beautiful leg drop from Sean Vincent. Going for the pin. Let's see if this can get it. Oh, Vic the Bruiser's left leg was on that bottom rope. I'm not so sure Big Daddy didn't have something to do with that. Nonetheless, saving his man for the time being. Oh, looks like Vic's got that cane of Big Daddy. Vic using it right into the lower back of Sean Vincent, Canadian hero. You see Vic the Bruiser and referee Nick Ridenauer having a bit of words there, and unfortunately, you see Big Daddy using the confusion to rub some salt in the wounds of Sean Vincent. But Vic the Bruiser, oh, and there's another leg drop. The first one was bad enough. That one right on the ring apron. That's the hardest part of the ring, folks. There is nowhere for Sean Vincent to go with that maneuver. And you see, he's not moving. Sean Vincent is limp. Oh, there you go. Finally stirring a little bit here. He's going to have to do something pretty quick to get things going in his favor. There you go. Going for a sunset flip, but he's going to have to utilize every ounce of strength he has. Oh, Vic the Bruiser just lifting Sean right up. And how about that, planting him in the middle of the ring with that huge slam? Whoa, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it. Referee called for the bell. Vic the Bruiser picking up the win over Sean Vincent.
The winner via pinfall is Vic the Bruiser.
Rubbing insult to injury here after the match. Well, you might not like how he did it, folks, but Vic the Bruiser, victorious today.
The old season is over. The new season is coming. The Gateway Grizzlies are building for a spectacular campaign. The talent will be strong, hard-hitting, solid defense, reliable pitching. Plus, as always, the Grizzlies will have a schedule of superb promotions. It will be fun for the entire family at the right price. The Grizzlies were named the Frontier League Organization of the Year. The home for all this baseball excitement is the remarkable GCS Ballpark. Make plans now to enjoy baseball the way it should be. For more information and updates, go to gatewaygrizzlies.com.
SICW returns to the Swansea Firehouse Saturday night, November the 5th, in a fundraiser for the Swansea firefighters. Volatile Curtis Wilde takes on the Iron Man Ken Casa in a lumberjack match with the Swansea firefighters as the Lumberjacks. In a huge main event, it is a 2 out of 3 falls tag team cage match as Ron Powers and Gary Jackson go into battle against Attila Khan and Brandon Espinosa. Pick up your tickets at the Swansea Firehouse at 144 Huntwood Road in Swansea, Illinois. Wrestling fans, I am here with the one and only Vic the Bruiser, led by the legendary Big Daddy.
That's right, that's right.
Guys, I gotta say congratulations. This past October, you were successful in your mission against the Canadian hero, Sean Vincent.
I told you about that. He's from Canada. They have no heroes. They're cowards and turncoats. I told you, no hero stuff.
I don't know about that.
As a matter of fact, Audie Murphy did a movie called Hell is for Heroes. So that's what I got to say about that.
Well, again, congratulations on your victory over Sean Vincent. But the man that still has a little bit of unfinished business with you guys from your tag match from last month is the Night Train, the former classic wrestling champion, the one and only Gary Jackson. And November the 19th in the East Carondelet Community Center, it's one-on-one, folks, as Vic the Bruiser takes on the Night Train. Big Daddy, what do you think about this matchup?
No sweat.
You're throwing Vic right into the deep end. He just got here and he's going against classic wrestling champions.
But that's Vic the Bruiser, and he came here to go to number one. He didn't come here to play around and pussyfoot. He didn't come here for that. He came here for one reason, the Classic Wrestling Championship. Ron Powers owns that now, not for long. And if we go through anybody that we have to, and Gary Jackson is a stepping stone in this situation, even though Gary Jackson's a tough guy, but you know what? He cheats. And he'll even admit to it on TV that he cheats. We never cheat. Ever, ever, never. So let me tell you something. Gary Jackson is going to get hurt. Vic the Bruiser is here to kick some butt, take off, and then next, whoever it is, if it's Brandon Espinosa, whatever his name is, Esperanto or whatever, whoever it is, Sean Vincent found out what it was like to take a butt whipping from Vic the Bruiser. Tell him about it, Vic.
I'm not going to call Gary Jackson a stepping stone, but you're right. A victory over a...
I took out a knucklehead. Now I'm getting ready to derail Mr. Night Train. I'm coming for you, son. Ha ha.
Be very worried, Gary Jackson. Be very worried. That pretty face of yours, it ain't going to be pretty no more. When that blood's trickling down and there's scars and Vic's trying to eat your forehead, be very scared, Gary Jackson. Ha ha.
Ladies and gentlemen, forces collide November 19 in the East Carondelet Community Center.
From the World Series champion Tigers in '45 to the Gateway Grizzlies to the '03 State Tournament Belleville East Lancers. A tradition in baseball and an even longer tradition in fine furniture and service. Miller Furniture, 1004 East Main in Belleville.
Farm music and fun. The place to party is Pop's nightclub and concert venue in Sojay. From Bruno Mars of the first U.S. tour of Nickelback to Flogging Molly or the Insane Clown Posse, 30 years of memories pack Pop's concert venue with more made at every news show. And there's a party at Pop's nightclub every night, a melting pot of friends enjoy the best in dance, rock, pop, and top 40 music until 5:30 a.m. Plus add a full game room. Check out all the action at popsrocks.com. Then and now, the place to party is Pop's in Sojay.
Wrestling fans, SICW is proud to carry on their tradition of wrestling at the Chase as we take a look back to May 24th, 1981 as the Missouri champion Ted DiBiase takes on Chief Thundercloud. Calling the action, the one and only Hall of Famer, Mr. Larry Matisic.
DiBiase pulled away, scores with an elbow drop, but he cannot keep Thundercloud down. Once more, DiBiase uses that fireman's carry to good advantage and yanks back on the arm, stretching it out, putting pressure into the elbow and into the shoulder. Thundercloud says he will not give up. Ric Flair couldn't believe he'd lost. It was a shock to him when he went down to defeat at the hands of Ted DiBiase. But he sure has the chance to redeem himself, doesn't he? Not only in that giant 18-man Wrestle Royal, but also in a simply unbelievable tag match with a partner by the name of Ken Patera as they go against the Dream Duo, Dusty Rhodes and Dick the Bruiser. Thundercloud with a series of tomahawk chops to the chest and throat of DiBiase. Another chop to the throat of DiBiase. And Ted trying to catch his breath. Thundercloud staying on top of the Missouri State champion, pounding. Oh, DiBiase blocks it.
5 minutes have passed, 15 minutes left.
DiBiase doing some chopping of his own and then an elbow underneath the chin of Chief Thundercloud. To the air and a body slam from Ted DiBiase. He covers Thundercloud, but only a count of one. There's a good friend of promoter Sam Muchnick, Tommy Alou. Also his buddy, Nick Leone. Oh, the falling body slam by Ted DiBiase. DiBiase with a spinning toe hold and into the figure four leg lock. The figure four leg lock by the Missouri State champion on Chief Thundercloud. And Thundercloud submits that figure four leg lock, a devastating weapon. You know, it was the figure four leg lock that DiBiase used on Ken Patera that caused Patera knee damage, and Patera had to have knee surgery. So that figure four leg lock is something to stay away from. Thundercloud could not, and DiBiase is the winner. Belleville Mechanical Incorporated is the place to go for commercial and industrial heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigerating work. Their Union Sheet Metal shop is the most modern, well-equipped in southwestern Illinois. Their work on the SIUE Engineering Building won Belleville Mechanical the Madigan Special Merit Award for new construction. Call 233-0081 for information. Belleville Mechanical will fabricate ductwork and custom fittings to your specifications. The highest union quality, superb workmanship, state-of-the-art equipment. Contact Belleville Mechanical.
SICW is pleased to welcome as a new sponsor Warma Witter Chrysler and Associates Inc., independent insurance agent specializing in public entity insurance. For all your insurance needs, contact Bradley J. Chrysler at 618-632-7555, extension 806. That's 618-632-7555. When it comes to customer service for your insurance coverage, let Warma Witter Chrysler and Associates assist you.
Folks, thanks for joining us today for another terrific SICW Wrestling Explosion. Ted DiBiase picking up the win in great classic wrestling action. The Yoga Monster, Mike Seidel, victorious in his SICW return. And Vic the Bruiser picks up the win over Sean Vincent, setting his sights on the Night Train Gary Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, join us right here next week on Charter Cable and on the Fight TV app. I'm Drew Abbenhouse, and we'll see you next week on SICW Wrestling Explosion.